investigates and prosecutes allegations of specific prohibited personnel practices. Specific prohibited personnel practices. Pursuing corrective and disciplinary action through negotiation or the Merit System Protection Board. And that is the job of the OSP. And I say OSC in America. And that is the same job they wanted our OSP to do. But you see, what they did was they were in a rush. There's nowhere in this world where we have a special prosecutor who is fighting, who has been given prosecutorial powers, who is just looking into corruption-related issues, and at the end of the day, staying in office permanently. It is wrong. And they say, Ayaruga and the Fiamapo say, Omo bill no succeed. That office needs to be there. We need to sack everybody from there. Every time the Attorney General feels a special counsel needs to be appointed, they appoint, give them time to work, and say, we give you 6 months. Look into this matter. After that, present your report for us to prosecute. It makes it easy. We are not going to give anybody $150 million a month. Now, let me tell you, you heard the president saying, maybe majority of Ghanaians are angry and they are dissatisfied with the special prosecutor's work because maybe a jumana or a cost slow. Now, the mistake we have made, now, the special prosecutor can tell you people, he has 2,000 petitions on his desk. And he can tell you that every petition is important. So nobody can rush him. Now, how do you make sure he's able to go through all these petitions, investigate all this matter? So we created an opportunity for somebody to come and sit, take money, and do no job. Because some of the petitions can go to police. I can tell you on authority that some petitions that are sitting on the Special Prosecutor's Office are supposed to be with Yoko. Some are supposed to be with Attorney General. Some are supposed to go to Ghana Police Service. But you see what is happening? The Special Prosecutor is taking every petition. And if the guy wants to be lazy and doesn't want to do the job, today he will tell you that we have so much going on. You cannot rush us. We have 200 cases we are working on. What can you do? And that is the strategy this guy is using to delay and not to prosecute anybody. Because if we had appointed one special counsel to deal with SML, by now we would have been done with SML prosecutions. So the Special Prosecutor's Office is not well established. From the ground up, the office is not supposed to be there. We are supposed to have an office whereby it becomes a transit office, a transition office. People can work, move. You are done with your job, move. Another person. So we can have 3 different special prosecutors working in Ghana today, and we will cut down on budgets because their job is temporal. It will look like the Emil Short Commission. That's how it's supposed to be. The Emil Short Commission job will look similar to the special counsel that we will appoint. But the issue is their job might go a little further than the Emil Short Commission. That's it. So why are we sitting here still taking money and pumping into an office with about 6 people, and somebody feels that he is so big and that at the end of the day, all cases are on his desk. He decides which case to touch. And that is what started brewing the corruption in his office. Because Sami Darko knows a friend whose petition is there and will tell the friend that I will make sure we don't work on it. Akurugu's friend's case will be there. He will tell the person, give me 1 million. I will not touch it. Kisie Jabin's friend's storage will be there. He will tell you that we have a whole list of stories we are working on. We cannot complete everything. What can you do? You can't do anything. So I don't support shutting down the office. I support that the office should be there, but we should not have anybody sitting there as a permanent special counsel. No. Because we have the Attorney General, we have the Yoku, we have the police. All these people can be given petitions to work on. And the Attorney General should always appoint a new special counsel. It even helps with transparency. If one special counsel didn't do their job well, they don't get the opportunity to come back again to sit on any case. We have the right to appoint anybody we think is experienced enough as an attorney to be in charge of a specific case in a specific stipulated time. So why are we sitting here? That's what I'm saying, sir. This bill, if it makes it, it does not automatically shut the office down. We should start thinking bigger than how we are thinking. We should keep the office there. If the people who are there are supposed to be moved to other security agencies, fine. Let's share them. If we don't want Kisie Jabe and his group, sack them. The office should be there. We can have administrators who are there to manage the office. Nobody does any special counsel job. What happens is, if we get 3 special counsels working on different cases. That is the office they work from. They all have somebody will be there working. His time stipulation is about 3 months. Obu man 1 year. Obu man 6 months. They are all working the same office but different directions. At the end of the day, we will kill 1,000 birds with one stone. It is important and imperative. And I support the president. Electoral Commission so about Bontine say, "Pandai ye ko ye nyina ye ko to aba. Omo ye legitimate voters wo pandai no. They should get ready. The 30th of December. Bosumi ye wumi ya no. Ye kwa ko to aba. Oye mizu, oye miza, oye miza za za. Oye mizuzu, oye miza. Akoko ni sika no so ye ko tia ko ti ta. Mo. Esi ano. Pandai for makachiro mo say, omo destiny show mo nsem. And I will lead the charge to pressurize the government, the president, to make sure Pandai for the omo here be omo sabeka before the 4 years. Because Pandai oma bre. And whatever they want, about we never share omo future. And they know what is right. Now, as some way ya send me abetowa and the deeper be can some me reading a lot of articles. I've followed a lot of people who know law, those who don't know me. One thing I do, and I say, I like to listen to people who think they know but they don't know. And I also like to listen to people who know and act as if they don't know. And I like those views because I get to know send it will be a call. It means say American politics. I'm a Democrat. I donate to the Democratic Party. I listen to Republicans a lot. That is how I get to understand them. Senebeya, as a Democrat, when I'm making decisions, I know the decision I'm making. Because almost in some kind of people say Democratic Party now will join no reason. And then I'm able to understand the NPP more than you. Because me, I spend a lot of my time listening to NPP fools. When I go on the internet, I listen to NPP guys talking, especially TikTok, having a show on TikTok. I listen to them. I start to analyze their way of thinking, their reasoning power, and I know their limit. It is 2.2. NPP for you now, their reasoning power is 2.2. And do trimpo. I'm able to get in their head. I'm able to tell Ghana for Adia Omoye and the way they think. Bibi Omagini do. Now, I have heard a lot of people make a lot of statements about this Pandai issue. And some people have raised very legitimate issues and are concerned. Say, oh, Emrani say, the clerk of parliament, Oba parliament, beka say, then sa aka, yes, letter now, the bread parliament, jituma, or the comma easy, nanka osa or chain. Na NPP for no oma ye appeal be or court. Na yentie appeal no finality and sana EC Crampo will take this decision today. Say Yanko Pandai on the 30th of December to vote. Now, my question to Omo making a statement, and it's a statement coming from NPP for power. And as someone who appeals court, it's a CNO, whatever will happen on the 30th, it is illegitimate. It will not stand. We will have 2 MPs. I get it. Now, I want to ask the MPP, if you take part in these elections on the 30th, Abra, you are banging all your hopes in the appeals case in the court. So technically, this thing that we are going to do, or this election ever cost on the 30th, in Pandai, on the 30th, you guys say it is illegal because on paper, the appeals court, is supposed to sit on the matter. And as the appeals you have made, remember, appeal is not an injunction. There's a difference between you appealing a case and there's a difference between you putting an injunction on an issue. When you place an injunction on an election, the election cannot take off. Nobody can conduct any election. Right now, as we speak, nobody has placed an injunction on the High Court ruling. All that the NPP candidate has done is to appeal the decision of the High Court, meaning the EC itself has not received any injunction to stop them from conducting the elections. And in Ghana's law, it is only the High Court that can declare a seat vacant and instruct Parliament to do what? To make sure a rerun through the EC is conducted. So technically, appeal is not injunction. And as far as EC does not have any injunction on its table that a court is telling the EC to stop whatever activity they want to conduct, the EC has every right. You can say morally is wrong, but the EC has every right, because on paper, administrative-wise, the EC, nothing is blocking it from conducting the rerun in Pandai. And that is what I keep telling NPP for so much, Jimmy. There's a difference between injunction and there's a difference between injunction and appeal.